Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got the EPON AF-306 iron. I personally don't know a ton about EPON. They don't make a ton of lefty options, so it's something that I've never really looked at, but I have heard quite good things about them. You know, they're forged by Endo over in Japan, so obviously anything that's forged by them is probably a pretty good product.
Totally. Yeah, I think the iron connoisseurs out there know the forging houses that you keep an eye on, the ones that produce the real high quality stuff to the tightest tolerances, and certainly Endo is arguably number one in that category, in that field. So I think when you buy a set of Epons, it's really kind of going into that, you know, premium market, but you know, not just price point. You know, it's premium materials, very soft forgings. It's a high quality product. Endo do forgings for lots of other companies, but Epon is their in-house line.
Okay, gotcha. So they've had this iron in the AF-302, 303, 305, and then 306. So they've done it before. I took a quick look online kind of before just to see if there's any real differences just from the look standpoint. And right off the bat, didn't notice a ton. I did notice some subtle things with the weighting in the back. Just it looks like they've slowly started getting it more into the toe. They've also said that this iron is just a little thinner top line, thinner sole, a little bit more of like a player's club that a player would enjoy looking down at.
Yeah, there's refinements kind of most places you look, and even if you flip over, look at the sole, you can see the shaving of the back edge and the shaving of the leading edge. So the effective narrowing of that sole, but it's just a shaving so that the mass is still down low to the point where it's still going to get the ball up in the air. I mean, 6 irons at 28 degrees aloft, you know, so not super strong, but still not weak, where some companies are. So, yeah, they're trying to retain a lot of the characteristics with this, but, you know, just find little 1% to improve it all around. You rightly said there definitely has been a noticeable change to the way the back is structured, the mass is structured, pushing it more toe side, up that MOI. So you kind of keep all the nice feel and functionality, but you know, you get the performance with it as well by making it a super forgiving iron. Yeah,
I was gonna say, and the look of it looks great. Like, again, I'm not right-handed, but looking down at this, thin top line, very little offset, which is really nice in a player's club. And be interesting to see if you noticed any differences. I know you've tried the 303 or the 305.
Yeah, I think I've tried kind of, to be honest, like all through the years, I've tried 302, 303. Maybe last year we reviewed 305, maybe 2 years ago. But yeah, looking forward to doing 306s. I have tried some of their other irons, the 7 series, which is more their game improvement series. That's really an iron built like a hybrid. It has a faceplate that's very hot, lots of weight down low. Then they have the AF, the blade and the cavity back, the AF Tour series. I mean, those are unbelievable. If you're looking for some of the best looking irons you've ever seen, the AF Tour series are as good as there is.
Yeah, I took a quick browse online there, and those ones definitely caught my eye.
Gorgeous.
Again, not quite available in the lefty, but
no lefties.
Maybe one day.
One day.
Yeah, one day. So let's get you started with some pitching wedges here. Just a normal iron test, and we'll see if we notice anything.
That feels unreal. Like, I mean,
that sounded unreal.
That just feels unreal.
Really good start.
Just super solid.
And I guess that's what you can expect with this iron. And like we said, not a lot changed over the years with it. It's a club that I think a lot of people, once they kind of get them in their hands, they have a hard time getting them out of their hands just because of they're kind of known for being so soft and solid feeling like that.
I'm super picky on wedges. Like, we talked to this earlier in the video. Like, I'd be honest, I probably don't like 80% of companies' wedges. That's why I ended up going with my SM9 47 because I'll try and play most of the wedge shots with that. That felt amazing. Yeah, really good through the turf, really good off the face. I like the flight. Perfect. Very nice. Exactly the same.
Great swing.
Real premium components being used, an ionic grip with the Epon logo, Nippon Modus one. This is a 115 in this one, so it's not like an in-house grip, or, you know, a grip designed for a company. It's, you know, it is an ionic 1.8, which is North American standard. Yeah, really, really nice.
You see that quite a bit in the Japanese kind of companies for the most part.
Yeah. They they don't kind of scrimp or try and save on you know, they're investing in the components, which I love.
Yeah.
It's really premium.
I mean, those 3 shots kind of speak for themselves in terms of what they're doing, repeating. Very little that I would kind of change with that, really.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
Pretty
Honestly,
much bang on.
Wouldn't look for anything else out the feel of the wedge, the performance of the wedge. It's just pleasing. Nothing surprising. Just very pleasing to hit them.
Perfect. All right,
Really
let's get
nice.
some 7-irons in there. All right, initial kind of thoughts on that 7-iron top line. Everything still fit in the mold of what you'd like to see in a 7-iron, I know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, shape-wise, good. They're not built for you know, for me, but like I would say, if I could see the iron with about half the offset that it has, you know, people will be tired of hearing me say that, but that's just my preference.
Sure.
Definitely noticing more removal of mass from the trail edge and the lead edge. Again, should really help the player. It's probably what I loved about the feel of that wedge, actually thinking about it. It felt very quick in and out the strike. You know, people, you know, give us a hard time when we say it felt great through the mat. What does the mat have to do with turf? Okay, through the strike, let's just call it that, which is fine. So I thought it felt amazing. So this has actually less surface mass on the sole. So
cool.
Let's see.
Sounded pretty solid there.
Yeah, it was very solid. I could probably just repeat myself and keep saying the same stuff. Like, they're just very nice to hit.
And I think, I mean, from the very little I know, as probably a lot of the consumers that maybe are watching this video don't know much about this brand.
Yeah.
I guess that's what gets people coming back to them, is that they don't need to be anything flash. There's nothing too crazy. It's just a good performing iron that kind of checks the boxes of someone that's in that market for that type of club.
I think so. I think so. I mean, you're not looking for a revolution. You know, I hear this a lot right now. It's not a revolution, it's an evolution. This is an evolution of the other 300 series within the Epon family. I would say I've enjoyed hitting these more than any of the previous ones, that's for sure. You know, I do enough of this testing to kind of have a decent enough feel for ones I like and don't like. These for me would be right up there in terms of really enjoyable. And if you're again, a connoisseur of irons or a good iron striker or whatever, I think you would notice a difference trying these from other brands.
No, and I think the thing that I really like about it is even when I was doing some research on them before making this video is there isn't a ton of new stuff that they've thrown on the website. It's not paragraphs of stuff you have to read through. It's just quite simple things, making it a better looking club, making it a little bit more forgiving by adding that weight to the toe and distributing some of the mass. So realistically, like, it's a product that already worked before, and they just are subtly making it better each year to kind of fit more and more boxes, I guess. Right?
I think that sums it up well. I mean, it's here's what we do, and we do it well.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's really nice.
Let's get one more good one here. I'm gonna try that 4-iron. Just sounds fast.
Does it sounds well struck.
Yeah, those last couple were really, really nice.
One more, get a little
good
set
one.
of 3.
Yeah, lovely. Give him one. Yeah, good swing. Yeah, I think that summarizes it. Ball flights and the numbers kind of spoke for themselves there, so we can probably just go right to the 4 and say that they're performing the way we expected. All right, okay, so 4-iron, again, quite simple looking design. Everything kind of checks the boxes there for you?
Yeah, definitely. Yep, it looks very, very clean. We say this about a lot of kind of cavity back irons these days. The head size fits the 7 and the 4 really nicely. The wedge is bigger than some people might like. That's just the way it is. We repeat ourselves a lot in that, but when it comes to the 4 and the 7, they just look like they should. Perfect. Very, very nice. Leaking that a little bit, but it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it sounded solid. Just made a little open face. Yeah, really good there.
I mean, you're not going distance hunting with these. You're not being critical of the iron in that, oh, it doesn't go as far as some of the other ones that we try. It's not supposed to.
No, and I think the thing that you said this in previous videos and other times you've kind of hit the 4-iron is you're looking for peak height, you're looking for some different launch windows, and I mean, it's from what kind of I recall, your peak height is kind of right where you'd want it with that 4-iron. Kind of carry distance, ball speed is very comparable to other stuff that I've seen you kind of hit. So it's, like you said, who cares how far it's going as long as it's doing the job that it's supposed to, right?
As long as you can flight it through the window you expect it to fly through, I mean,
yeah,
it is so, I mean, those numbers, to be honest, if I look at like, you know, standard deviation, you know, across the board, peak height, it's all there. And there's not any surprises. We're not having to retake shots here. You know, they're all kind of just flying in a really nice window.
Yeah, absolutely. Finish on a really good one here. Like that.
Yeah, they're just very nice.
I will say, like, they sound extremely good.
They really do, don't they?
I can only imagine that they feel great as well, just with that sound.
They translate. What you hear is kind of what you feel with them. Very solid, very sharp in the strike, lots of feedback, really enjoyable.
Yeah, I think this is just a quick one because I think it's a pretty easy little summary of they make great irons.
Yeah.
They will continue to make great irons and make these subtle tweaks each year. So we hope you enjoyed that video. If you get a chance, maybe get out there and try them for yourselves because I know every person that I do know that uses them absolutely loves them. So
yeah, jump on the dealer list and see locally if there's a custom shop like us that carries them. But yeah, I think if you're doing your research, think outside the box in terms of some companies who specialize in irons. If you're looking for irons and you truly want to be brand agnostic to it and you want to just play the best stuff, you know, don't forget the Epons of the world.
Yeah.
You know, they make some of the absolute best stuff in the market.
For sure. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you again soon.